Welcome back to another episode of Good Luggage. Today we're going to talk leather care with the one and only Peter Kaminski from OCD Detailing here in Forban and Offaly. Peter is considered one of the leather experts in the country. Anybody that knows forums or looks at forums on Facebook, they'll always see if somebody asks about leather or anything like that, they always recommend Peter for his knowledge and his skills with the leather and stuff. This is part one of a three-part series on leather care. The first part we're going to be going through leather cleaning and care for your leather and how to actually tell whether or not the leather you're working on is actual real leather or artificial leather. Part two of the series we're going to talk about leather restoration and what you can use from the products we're going to show you here behind us, things that you can do at home in order to restore your own leather in your own cars. Part three then is going to outline the dirtiest part or the dirtiest leather in your car, which is the steering wheel. If you imagine you have a 10-year-old car, you have 10 years of built up dirt that's on that steering wheel. So Peter is going to show us the best way in order to clean all that dirt and grime off and to protect your steering wheel again. So without further ado, this is Peter from OCD Detailing, and we're going to go through a little bit about, I suppose, what does OCD Detailing do? What is your company about?
I started with general detailing. Well, at the beginning I started as a valeting services. Then I caught the detailing book, and since that's 10 years ago, and since then I try to progress all the time, try to learn new skills. When it comes to leather, it was always issue in most of cars, like regardless how good I cleaned the interior, worn leather was taking the look of the car. So that's what got me into leather, into Colourlock.
Okay, and what other products or what other services do you do, or what does OCD Detailing offer the community around this area?
My main services is general detailing, which is paint corrections, ceramic coatings, interiors. That's what I mainly do. And then back a few years ago I started to do leather, so this is what I concentrate on. I don't want to go any further with dent removals or with any other extra services, as I want to concentrate on those few little things and just keep going and improve myself.
Okay. So today we're going to actually learn about Colourlock. We're going to be using a lot of Colourlock systems and stuff. Can you tell me a little bit about Colourlock? Why would you choose Colourlock, or why is it a good product to be using? Is it a good general everyday product that anyone can use or any consumer can use, or what makes Colourlock a good product to use?
Years ago when I came across leather, I couldn't tackle that issue. I couldn't tackle dirty leather properly, so I was searching for good products. Came across Colourlock, and Colourlock products stand out from most of car care brands when it comes to leather care. Colourlock does professional line, also does DIY line. We'll go through all that during the video, and I hope that will help people to choose the right product for their issue.
Right. Let's kick off with part one of the series. We're going to look at how to actually tell real leather from artificial leather, and we're going to get into the cleaning and conditioning of the leather then after that. Right, we're going to talk about how to actually tell the leather. Now, I'm a complete novice when it comes to leather and stuff, so hopefully by the end of this video, both you and I will actually be able to tell what is real leather, what is artificial leather. So, Peter, how do we tell a real leather from an artificial leather?
The real leather comes from nature, so real leather is made of animal skin, yeah? Where artificial leather is fully made by human, made of synthetic material. The easiest way to recognize leather is to look underneath. But I'll just show you, I'll give you an example of artificial leather and real leather. And tell me which one is artificial and tell me which one is real leather.
Okay, right. Well, me being a novice now, I would look at both of them and I'd say they both look like real leather, or it's a leather material. It doesn't look like plastic, it doesn't look like Alcantara or anything like that. They both look like leather. You know, you feel it. I mean, that feels hard, feels leathery, and then this one as well. I mean, that feels softer. I don't know, but that could be me completely wrong now. I don't know. That would feel maybe plasticky to me, and that would feel leathery. I'm not sure though. I don't know which is which though. So
by looking at the surface, it's very hard to recognize, as we have to know that artificial leather is imitation of real leather, and producers of artificial leather, they try to copy real leather as best as they can. So you said this is artificial leather and this is real leather.
Well, I think so.
That's what you think?
Yeah, I think so. I don't
It's
know.
actually completely opposite. This is artificial leather and this is real leather. However, this leather is quite old, so it's gone a little bit hard. Where this one, this one is actually also 20-year-old.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
this is very good artificial leather.
Right.
So the easiest way to recognize it straight away, however, is not always possible, because the easiest way is to see the backing of the leather.
Yeah.
In this case, you can see it's a textile substrate.
Yeah.
In this case, in case of real leather, you have suede-like finish.
Okay. Yeah.
When it comes to car seats and furniture, there might be case where there is real leather used on some parts of the piece, and
Yeah.
there might be artificial leather as well. In this case, the top of the seat is made of real leather and the side is made of artificial leather. And if you look at that, you still are not able to say.
You wouldn't tell. You can't tell the difference because they both look the same basically anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, so the top is made of real leather and the side is artificial. We can recognize it by pinching the leather, and if you look closely, we pinch real leather, it goes back to its shape almost straight away.
Okay.
If we do the same thing on artificial leather, you can see the
Yeah.
pinch. However, this is something you have to practice. You have to practice for a little while. You have to do tests on good receipts. Then you will be able to recognize what leather you're dealing with.
Ah, right. Okay. I did hear of a test before. Now I don't know if people on YouTube have seen this before as well. There's also a test that you can pull the leather as well with your thumb, and if the direction of the leather comes towards you and stays like that for a while, but it doesn't actually work.
Yeah, this would be same sort of purpose. So if you do this on artificial leather,
Yeah.
and on real leather, like real leather would have a little bit of memory, so
Yeah.
you do remember its shape. That's why you have this sort of behavior.
Okay. Okay.
There is also a way that you can check it. You can smell the leather.
Okay.
Real leather will have some sort of oaky smell. Plastic, artificial leather you'll smell plastic or won't smell anything.
Right. Okay. Okay. That's interesting to know then. So yeah. So I think obviously that's a great way of showing. Is there any other ways that people can do at home if they're just not sure that the leather is holding or not? Is there another way they can double check themselves then?
Also, another thing is that real leather will be a little bit rougher compared to artificial leather. Artificial leather is very smooth. Real leather will have that bit of roughness.
Yeah.
Another thing you can try is, like, if you do this way, real leather is usually thicker. Artificial leather would be quite thin.
Okay. Yeah.
But then again, as you see, if you can see this case,
Yeah.
they put sponge underneath.
Okay, so it thickens it up then as
So
well.
it's very very easy to get confused with this one.
Yeah. So although it feels like real leather and
Yeah.
they've done a great job at doing it, it's actually not. It's not proper leather.
In
then,
this
so-
case, no.
Yeah.
In this case, no. It's artificial leather.
Okay, so from a product's point of view, are there any other products that I should be getting then, or to clean artificial leather or real leather? Like, what sort of products do I need to be using for that?
For that. From my perspective, the way I look at cleaning leather, regardless whether it's artificial or real leather, I look at the condition of the leather itself. So let's say if I have really dirty leather, I will use stronger cleaner. If I have new age leather that is in good condition or worn leather, then I use mild cleaner.
Right.
Colourlock has two cleaners there. One is Colourlock Strong, and second is mild.
Yeah. Okay.
So as we said already, this product would be ideal for really dirty leather, or for, let's say, preparation before restoration. And this product is ideal for regular maintenance, for cleaning leather that is in very decent condition. However, it is still effective product. Might take a bit longer than strong, but it still will work. Or in case of worn leather,
Okay.
this would be better product then.
Okay. So worst case scenario, if you're unsure of what leather, what type of leather you have, whether it be artificial or be it real leather, treat it as leather. Is I suppose what we could say as well, is it?
Yes, artificial leather is made of plastic. You could treat it a bit more aggressively, but like I don't recommend using stuff like IPC, or some people they recommend even magic sponges.
Yeah.
I don't recommend this way because like leather and real leather and artificial leather, they have protective layer. If you remove that layer, then the paint will start to go off.
Okay.
And basically, with using proper products, tools, you might clean the leather, but you will also possibly damage it. Because as you've seen yourself, it's very easy to get confused.
Yeah.
You have to deal with leather for a number of years
Yeah.
to be able to recognize it.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't have access from the boho.
Okay. Right. Okay. So let's cut to a couple of products and see exactly the types of processes that are involved with cleaning leather. Then, usually people go on about cleaning properties or cleaning powers of certain products and stuff, and they talk about being acidic or being alkaline as such, or being pH neutral, being in the middle. Obviously we're dealing with the Colourlock system. What sort of products are these when it comes to acidic or alkaline based? Or
now, Colourlock Strong Cleaner, it's on alkaline side. This product, we'll check the pH of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's no, you didn't mean to hold it there. So the pH of Strong Cleaner is about 9.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just slightly above neutral.
Okay.
In case of all-purpose cleaners, like all-purpose cleaners, they come with pH of 12, 13 as a concentrate. So if you dilute them, you get about 11. In this case, like the product is almost neutral. If you have this product and you have the seeds that are not overly dirty, you can actually dilute this product. So we're dropping down the pH as well.
Okay.
Like this product is not recommended for every week or every month maintenance, as this product is strong.
Okay.
It's ideal for cleaning dirty leather, as I said before. Yeah.
Okay, so it does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
It's strong leather cleaner,
That's
so
it,
it's a lot stronger than, say, for argument's sake, the mild one. So, and as regards the alkaline base on this one, then, or what are we talking about on this one? It's obviously going to be less. You were saying that was at number 9 roughly.
About 8.5, 9.
Okay, so it's on the alkaline side of the pH scale as such.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if we talk about a neutral cleaner, then
No, the mild cleaner.
Mild cleaner.
Dip the stick there, so you can see the pH is about 6.
okay.
So it is in neutral field of pH scale.
Mm-hmm.
Leather itself as a material, real leather has pH of 4.5. So we're very like the pH of this product is ideal for regular maintenance. Like it doesn't make any.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect the leather at all.
Okay, so that's an interesting point there, I think. So to me, understanding pH scale, you know, 7 is your sort of your middle point or your middle ground. Anything above that is alkaline based, anything below that is acid based. So leather, as we understand, is about 4 on a pH scale.
Yeah.
These ones are showing, what did we say mild was? Mild was
about 5.5.
About 5.5 and about 7, or no, about 9.
8.5, closer to 9.
Okay, so we know that the more alkaline a product is, the better cleaning properties it has for whatever you're using it on. Therefore, if we have the leather at 4, a mild cleaner is up around 5.5 or 6 or something, so it's fairly close to what leather should be, whereas the strong leather cleaner is more alkaline based, so therefore the stronger leather cleaner, you can see why it would actually clean a hell of a lot more dirt off the product rather than the mild cleaner. So yeah, to be honest with you, it makes sense to me that a more alkaline based product will have more cleaning properties than.
It's used more for professional.
Yeah, and the mild will be more everyday because
Yeah.
it's closer to the natural pH of a leather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simply saying, yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. So in layman's terms, strong cleaner is for heavy ground in dirt, more alkaline based, and if you have already cleaned your leather with a strong cleaner, like whatever, X amount of months ago, not too long ago or whatever, you can clean it again then using the mild cleaner because it's closer to the pH scale of the leather. Before we start the actual cleaning process, we're going to talk about where the leather comes from or how it's actually made. You know, obviously there's two different types. You have your artificial and you have your real leather. But what's the process from animal to furniture or car seats as such? And I suppose knowing the difference between the different types. So Peter, explain a little bit about what we're looking at here then.
So basically artificial leather, as we said before, it's a polyurethane coating on top with textile substrate, and all those products are synthetic. They don't absorb water, they're sealed, whatever way they made, they're flexible. The difference between artificial leather and real leather is that, as we said already, real leather comes from animal, and it goes through a few stages before we get end product. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the first stage would be tanning. Tanning is a process that converts animal skin into forced product leather, and we have example of natural leather.
Yeah.
That is just after tanning process.
Okay.
And if you look close to this,
Yeah.
you can see that.
See a lot of holes. You can see a lot of holes there. Yeah.
Holes in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the holes are from hair. Most of animals, they have hair, so during tanning process, those hairs are pulled out. Does that matter to us? It does. However, in automotive, this leather wouldn't be used as much.
Okay.
Well, by the way, this piece of leather would be the most expensive piece of leather. This leather is called aniline leather.
Right. Okay.
So
I've actually heard that term actually being used. I think I was on the Colourlock website before I came up to here, and I think I seen aniline cleaner, that they are some sort of aniline products that are there as well. So that is aniline then. So
this is aniline leather. This leather is really difficult to deal with because if we use standard liquid cleaners, the water will penetrate this leather and it might stain, and in some cases we will not be able to clean the stains.
Okay, so in theory, what we're saying is that leather should be, in order to be able to protect it properly, that should have a seal on top.
Yes, there are proper sealers for it.
Yeah.
But as I said, in automotive, you won't have to worry about it too much. However, it's good to know that there's leather like this.
Okay. Okay.
This leather is the most common leather that you see in the cars. This leather is called pigmented leather. The difference between this leather and this leather is that piece like that, to become this leather,
Yeah.
is dyed first. So as you can see,
It's a black color and whatever. Yeah.
And then it's painted on the top with
Okay.
with the same color as the background.
Okay.
And also they apply protective layer top coat.
Okay. Like a clear coat, exactly, for leather.
Yeah,
as such.
yeah. If you think about paint on a car,
Yeah.
this is very, very, very same kind of, very similar.
Okay. It's just a different material, but the process is basically the same. That you
similar,
have your paint and you top it with a clear coat then,
Yeah,
and that's the protection. Yeah.
And now we can take a look and see the difference between these two leathers. So if you look closely, you will see the little pores, but in this case they are closed.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see more of a shape, like a leather type of shape, or it's
Grain.
not porous, but the
Grain.
grain. Yeah.
In some cases the grain is natural, in some cases it's pressed.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can see leather, if it's perfect, it's more likely the grain was pressed. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the process involved is basically comes from the animal, and is put through a tanning process,
Yeah.
and it ends up like this. And that's where it takes all the hairs and everything out of the animal, and that's why you see all the pores there. But you can't leave it like that, because any sort of moisture like that could ruin that leather as such, and that's aniline leather. So it goes through another process then where it dyes the leather whatever colour you want it to be, and they put another layer of paint on top of it, and then a sealer on top then.
Yeah.
And then you're basically left with your leather.
Yeah, that's what you
That's
have.
your finished project.
Finished product that goes to car. Yeah.
That's what your finished product is that goes onto the car seats then. So
Yeah.
okay, so we come from tan leather, in the whole process into what the end product should be, and this is what we're seeing on car seats as such.
Yeah.
Then, is there anything else that we should be aware of then before we start cleaning leather as such then?
In case of real leather, we should remember that leather has its natural oils and moisture. If we clean real leather with, let's say, APC, if we overwet the leather will dry rapidly, yeah?
Right.
And this will pull out some of the oils, some of the moisture
Okay.
during the drying.
Because you
process.
want to keep the leather somewhat hydrated as such, like it has to be some sort of natural.
Yeah, a little bit hydrated, and we don't want to remove the oils from it.
Okay.
Basically, leather gets hydrated from the air, so we don't need to really look into that too much unless we have leather that is hard. If leather, like new leather, is basically prepped ideally with oils and all.
Yeah.
Also in tanning process, the oils are added to have the proper level of it.
Right.
So for few years, like when you have brand new leather in your car, for a few years you don't really have to worry about oils, and like it's between 3-5 years before you should actually start to think about adding oils into leather.
Just to bring it back to life again, or you know,
if it goes a little bit harder, then you can think about adding oils. If you don't overwet the leather, and if you clean it right with designed products for it, you won't have to worry about the moisture too, because like as I said, the moisture will come from the air.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, if you look after your leather from day one, you have it for years.
It'll stay for years then.
Otherwise, improper cleaning, improper conditioning, or lack of conditioning, you know, over years, you will see the result of it.
Yeah. So you've another headrest here, for example. Then now we know that's we've done our tests and stuff, and we see that that's a real leather headrest as such. And there's all sorts of cracking and all sorts of things going on there. Now, what would we have expected could have happened here? Is that from not treating the leather?
Well, basically yes. Like this leather is, I would say, is about from car that is about 30-year-old.
Yeah.
The car is not used too much, so lack of conditioning.
Yeah.
More likely cause that the leather isn't as smooth as soft anymore.
And this is something that you could actually bring back to realistic looking, or you bring it back as new looking in a sense.
Well, yeah, like I never say brand new, because like what I do is restoration.
Yeah.
So you know.
Okay, but you bring it as close as possible back to as good as new anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
We can restore it. We can condition it, so we'll get back the softness. We'll get back the proper features of this.
Brilliant. And if you're interested in seeing how the restoration process happens, stay tuned for part 2, which will show the restoration of all sorts of different types of leathers and stuff. And for now, we're going to crack on with the cleaning and what the processes are involved with cleaning leather then. Okay, so Peter, we've had this piece of car seat or leather here in front of us there for a long time. So I suppose let's start with, what are the processes? What do we start with as regards cleaning leather in a car?
First step, we should remove any loose dirt. And obviously in case of leather, there won't be much dirt on the surface itself.
Yeah.
The only problem we have is the joints. So for that we'll use hoover.
Okay, so the seat is hoovered, it's in theory, it's clean, it's free of dust and all that sort of stuff. So what is our next process then?
Now, when it comes to clean leather, we already said about moisture, oils and stuff like that. So basically we shouldn't use cleaners in a liquid form. Colourlock products, they come in a foamer like that, or if you buy 1 liter bottle, you get foamer with it, yeah? Obviously foamer doesn't penetrate leather as much, as it's not as wet as liquid cleaner.
Right. Yeah.
This is important because if we overwet the leather, in the drying process, it might pull out some of the moisture and oils from the leather.
Okay.
So this is sort of the best form of product to use in, you know.
Okay.
What would you use for clean leather? I would recommend Colourlock brushes. I used good few brushes from different brands, and Colourlock, the bristle of the brush is perfectly designed. And we'll do a little test by yourself. You'll see how it does work.
Excellent.
So what you do is you put a few squirts of cleaner on the brush. Why would you not put on the leather itself? In some cases, some delicate leathers, light color leathers, if you put cleaner on the leather and leave it for a couple of seconds, it might leave kind of clean stain.
Right.
That will be very difficult to match after.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, your goal is to clean it perfectly, but this could be an issue
Right. Okay.
that you might come across.
That's good to know. So put it onto the brush then, not onto the actual onto the
Surface. Yeah.
surface itself then. Yeah.
And then you have the cleaner on the brush, and what you do is just scrub it with circular motion. The joints you can scrub a little bit better. And basically,
you can actually see a bit of dirt. Well, it looks like it's not white foam anymore. It's a brown foam there. Yeah.
pulls off the dirt. Obviously, the dirtier the leather is, you might have to work for a little bit longer. Maybe add a bit more product.
Yeah.
That's how it's done. But like this way, you do it in very controlled manners.
Yeah.
It's very safe work.
Okay.
Now, so this is basically how you clean the leather. Now you can try yourself with 2 different brushes and cloth.
Right. So Peter set up this little sections for me. So we have 3 different sections. One is a Colourlock brush. One is that a regular brush? Is it?
And that's just for
everyday
polishing shoes.
Polishing shoes or whatever, and a microfiber cloth then as well. So we're going to use the Colourlock strong cleaner and see exactly what the difference is between them. So if I take this, put 2 squirts on the Colourlock, and then circular motion here on this one. All right.
You're starting.
You have to pull away to get into the nooks and crannies as well. Pull it back.
Yeah, stop.
You see the
And now you can wipe it off.
Wipe it off then.
Yep.
Straight away you can see all this dirt. So that's a Colourlock brush then. Okay. Everyday cleaner or everyday brush then. Same thing again in the middle section, alright? You can feel it's much softer actually, is it?
Yeah, the Colourlock brush is a bit harder than
Yeah, like it just feels as if when I'm pushing it down, it's just squashing. So in theory, I suppose the bristles mightn't be actually doing much for it.
Yeah, that will do.
And then that's a clean side, so that's still getting the dirt anyway. So, but you can still see. Sorry, you know, actually, a mess there now. And then microfiber then. Okay. Ready for 20 seconds then, yeah?
Yep.
And that's just, you can just feel that it's just on the surface of it all, basically. That's what I'm feeling there. And the cleaner is actually gone now at this stage. Well, it feels as if it's gone now at this stage. Alright, so you don't see anything coming off it then?
Well, it's probably, most of that is in the...
It's probably in the microfiber itself then anyway, yeah.
No, we just take it off. No, now what we'll do, take it off.
Mm-hmm.
And
so now
we'll leave it till it dries slightly, yeah?
Okay. Okay, so from our little test then, right, we use the Colourlock brush, we use your normal household or shoe brush as such, and a microfiber, and straight away, Peter, I can see the difference between the Colourlock and the regular brush. Now the regular brush was a bit softer bristles and stuff than the Colourlock, it was a bit harder as such, but these two are still shinier than this one. Now we're after getting a couple of little cutaway shots, hopefully you'll be able to see the difference, but I can tell you now that looking down on it even, you're seeing this as a matte finish. This is still shinier. Like the two of those sides are still shinier, so it kind of proves that the Colourlock system does work anyway, but you need to have a dedicated leather cleaning brush as such.
That's very important too. The leather brush makes the difference a good bit. In this case, it's only black leather, but like I tested this way a few times on light color leather, which was really dirty, and the difference was actually standing out a good bit.
Okay.
And in case of this leather, this brush, when I use it first, I thought the leather is clean. Then I used this one, and it was so much cleaner.
Right. Okay.
So
this was a strong cleaner that we used on this one. would a mild cleaner have gotten the same results? I don't think it would have, due to the fact that we're looking at the pH scale and this one is more alkaline based. But is it from now going forward, after cleaning with the strong cleaner, could we use the mild cleaner then after?
Yeah, the mild cleaner would be recommended. Like you don't want to use, as we said before, you don't want to use strong cleaner for regular maintenance, so the mild cleaner would be the way to go, yeah.
Okay. So over the last few minutes there, myself and Peter both got a brush each, one of the Colourlock brushes and the strong leather cleaner, and we decided to do a 50-50 on the seat. I'm hoping that you can see it in the video. I have a couple of cutaways, I'm going to show you them here now. The difference is absolutely immense between dirty leather and clean leather. You can see here, obviously, the matte finish throughout the whole side of this compared to the shiny finish that's over there, and it's obviously still a bit grubby because we didn't hoover that side or anything like that. But there's a massive difference that you can carry out here from at home. Do your own leather cleaning using the Colourlock system, be it the strong leather cleaner or the mild leather cleaner, obviously depending on how grubby or how dirty your seats are. Following on from the cleaner now, Peter, we want to talk about conditioning or protecting the seats. We've just cleaned them, but now we need to obviously keep them coated or make sure that they're protected from any wear and tear that happens. So what products are we going to go for now then?
Now there is difference between treating artificial leather and real leather. As we remember, artificial leather is made of plastic, so it doesn't absorb any liquids, any conditioners. Where real leather, to be treated properly, we should use product that will be absorbed by the leather. Okay. So we'll go back to artificial leather. Okay. Colourlock has two products. One is called leather shield, and second one is called leather protector. Mm-hmm. Leather shield is a sort of coating that basically stops from wearing and makes our cleaning in the future easier. Okay. So it creates some sort of barrier, like a wax for leather, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
However, it's not a wax. There is also a product from Colourlock that is actual wax for leather, but for this video we won't be talking about it. Okay. Because it's more advanced to it.
So it's a shield as such. It's a protection it's a layer of protection that's going onto the seat to stop it from wearing and tearing as such. It's a protector.
That's it, yeah. So basically, yeah, it's a protector.
Okay.
So in case of artificial leather, all we can do at the end is just apply the shield, okay, leave it to dry, and our work is done. Okay. In case of real leather, you can use both products.
Okay.
For new leather that is not older than 3-year-old, 4-year-old, yeah, we can use leather shield.
Because it's already been sealed in a factory.
Yeah, it's already been, and that leather also will not absorb liquids as much, or okay, our conditioners. Okay. So new leather we can treat very same way as artificial leather. We can treat it with the shield, mm-hmm, and that's our job done. Okay. As you remember the pores in the real leather. Yeah. If we use the car with the leather seats for a few years, from us sitting on the leather, the pores will open up slightly.
Okay, yeah.
And over time, real leather might lose some of the moisture oils. So to keep the leather in good condition, we have to remember that we should maintain the balance of moisture and oils in the leather. So this product comes to play then.
Ah, brilliant. Yeah.
And with this product, what we do, we just apply tiny layer of the product on the leather and leave it to be absorbed, okay, by the leather.
Okay.
And then this way we're getting back the features of leather, like the softness.
So you're getting it back to, we won't say new as we mentioned before, but it's getting as close to new as possible by bringing it back to life.
Yeah, basically. We can bring back the life, bring back the features like the softness, smoothness, yeah, of the leather with this product. And this product also protects from fading. Okay. So like this product we can also use every 6 months, year. Yeah. All depends, but by the feel we should be able to recognize whether it does need the conditioner or no. Okay. So basically this product, simply speaking, it's a conditioner for leather.
Okay, so just I suppose to recap on that then, the two protections that are there, you've leather shield and leather protector. Leather shield is used for the likes of the artificial leather or a new car within 3-year or 4-year-old. Yeah. That it'll add that little layer of protection. But for anything prior to 4 years old, so anything older than 4 years old and real leather, yeah, you should be using the protector then to basically rehydrate and protect it and bring the life back into the leather as such.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, and how do we apply these then, Peter?
We'll do a little. We have some seat there, leather seat. I'll just show you. There's no big deal in that.
Yeah.
The less product you apply, the better.
Okay.
Because, like in case of the leather protector, the product needs to be absorbed. If you put too much, it will be way harder for the product, and also it will create barrier that when you be sitting on the seat, you will sort of polish it, and then you will have the glossy finish again.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll just do a quick.
Yeah. Quick demonstration on how to protect those.
Basically, like we need a little bit of product because, as I said, the less we.
Sorry, what cloth are you using there? Does it matter what cloth? Or are you using microfiber or?
For applying the protector or shield, you can use microfiber cloth. You can use these clothes are designed for working with leather too, but like it doesn't really make that much difference, you know.
Okay.
So we put a little bit of product and just apply.
So it's basically just the smallest amounts that you're using anyway on them.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to oversaturate it as such.
In this case, like the less product you apply, it will be absorbed quicker.
Yeah.
It will cause quicker reaction with the leather.
Okay. Okay.
So that's basically what you need. And then obviously, in case of real leather, if you're using the protector, you need to leave it until it will be absorbed, you know.
Okay.
Also, we have to remember that after cleaning, we should leave the seats to dry fully. So we shouldn't apply the conditioner straight away. We should leave it for about hour and a half, 2 hours before we apply the.
So between the cleaner and the protector, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, we've just done the leather protection. I think is what we've done for the likes of the leather seats. So it's like a cream-based product. So this is the what's this one now? This is the shield we're using. So let's just show the difference between the two products anyway, and maybe how they're applicated.
We also can use the two products for for real leather, but then we should let the forced product to be absorbed.
Yeah.
And leave it for a few hours, and then we can apply a shield. So then we have complete leather treatment.
Okay, so you put the shield on top of the protection.
Yeah, but we have to make sure that the protector is absorbed by the leather.
Okay, okay.
When you put this on.
Okay,
so
all right.
It's the same thing. This is more liquidy.
Yeah.
So we put a little bit and just.
So don't be worried that it's coming up shiny straight away or anything like that. That will fade away then.
Yeah,
so.
and in this product we just apply it and leave it on until it dries fully.
Right, okay. And how long roughly would the drying...
It will be dry...
You can actually kind of see it.
Yeah, it will be dry in 10-15 minutes.
Alright, okay, so it doesn't take too long then.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, following that then, that's your leather cleaned and protected.
Yeah.
Or conditioned or protected, whatever we're going to call it then. Alright, so at OCD Detailing, Peter, you have a shop as well here, an online shop. These products are all readily available on the shop, I presume, anyway. You do have a number of kits there that you sell as well. What's in the kits, or what can we look at with those?
Basically, in the kits are the products that we spoke today already. We have 4 kits. At the moment, I only have 3. I'm waiting for delivery.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if somebody is looking for a kit,
yeah.
For artificial leather and new leather, there's a kit called New Leather Care Kit.
Yeah.
And in this kit we have leather shield,
mm-hmm.
and in this case we have strong leather cleaner.
Yeah.
So for dirty artificial leather.
Yeah.
New leather that is dirty,
yeah.
Or artificial leather, this kit is ideal. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. As we mentioned, if it's new car leather, it's you're putting the shield on because it's already been sealed from a factory, so that's why we're using shields in the new car leather care kit.
Yeah. There is second kit that is called also New Leather Care Kit.
Yeah.
In this kit we have mild cleaner and you have shield.
Okay. Yeah. So it's something that's not overly dirty as such, but it's for new leather.
New leather, or
so to keep your new cars properly topped up with the conditioner and protection. Then. Yeah.
And then we have a kit called Smooth Leather Care Kit. In this case, it contains strong leather cleaner.
Yeah.
And protector.
Mm-hmm.
So this is for older real leather.
Yeah.
That is very dirty.
Yeah.
And the fourth kit that I actually don't have at the moment, it's same as this. It's Smooth Leather Care Kit, but it contains mild cleaner and protector.
Brilliant. Okay, excellent. Okay, so if you liked what you saw there on the whole video about how to clean your leather, how to protect your leather, all the products that were used here today are available on ocddetailing.ie. If you'd like to use the code GL10, that'll give you a further 10% off. Please visit his website. Like, share, subscribe to the video. As I said, this is part 1 of a 3-part series. The next video we're going to do is on leather restoration, and the third video being steering wheel cleaning. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one for part 2 then. Thanks very much.
Thank you.